y'all. I'm Billie Jones, and I'm with McMahon on keys.
Hey guys, McMahon here with McMahon on Keys. Country Radio Seminar 2025 is right around the corner, and we have a lot of cool interviews set up. One of those for this year is with Miss Billie Jones. Now, Billie Jo has had a very big year, and before we get to our new interview, we want to take a look back at our visit with Billie Jo from last year's Country Radio Seminar so we can remember how far she's come over this past year. So enjoy this look back and follow McMahon on Keys for more from Country Radio Seminar 2025. Well, Billie Jones, I appreciate the additional effort that you just had to go to. You were telling us, I mean, there's so much going on during Country Radio Seminar. Yes. That we're all trying to be in more places than possible at the same time.
Yes, very true.
And you said your Lyft driver was not real clear on where he was headed.
No, he wasn't. He took a wrong turn, and then we got stuck in traffic. And I'm like, how much further is it? And he's like, oh, it's just around the corner. And so I just hopped out and just started walking the rest of the way.
Yep.
It's like, I don't have time for this right now. So rushed over here. But no, I'm excited to be here.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you finding some time for us.
Yes. Yeah. Thank y'all.
Maddie, Billie Jo.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Maddie True. I guess I'm not surprised that you're being pulled so many different directions. When we got in and we were coming in for getting ready for CRS, I was noting that, you're kind of a big deal,
Oh, my poster. Yes. Yeah. And everyone that sees me, they're like, oh, I thought you were like 6'2", because the poster makes me look so tall. And I'm like, I'm 5'2". I'm very short.
I am glad this is not to scale, because if you were that tall,
oh, that would be scary.
that would be somewhat of a problem.
Yes. But that was so cool. I came up the escalator, and which I knew my label was doing that, but I didn't know it's like right there. Like, it's in your face as soon as you come up the escalator. And so that was, it's just cool. It's cool to see your face on a poster.
Well, have you, it's certainly not just the poster, but Country Radio Seminar is an opportunity for you to be introduced to people.
Yes.
Or follow up with people. Maybe people have heard you but not seen you.
Yep.
Are you seeing a lot of opportunity to connect with people that are like, oh, wait, you're Billie,
Yes. Yeah.
Is that
actually
happening?
It has. And yesterday, as soon as I got here, this guy came up to me and he's like, Billie Jones, right? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I've been playing you on my radio station over in Idaho. And I'm just like, nice. Oh my gosh. That's because he spotted me. I've never met him or, done a Zoom or anything like that. So this has been awesome. And I'm getting the chance to perform here tomorrow. Right before I'm doing a pre-lunch before Big Machine tomorrow at 11:45. So I'm excited. I've got 4 songs that I'm going to be singing and debuting, and everything's been going great. So this is amazing. This is my first ever CRS to come to as well. So this is I love it though. It's right up my alley though. I love this. I love doing interviews. I love meeting people. I'm honestly a little more on the shy side. It takes me a little bit to kind of step out and go up to people myself and talk to them. But I've been making myself do that this time, and it's worked out really well.
Good. So, I'm glad. Yeah.
It's going good.
Well, I saw, you seem to be very active as far as you've opened for a lot of people. You've done a lot of things. It sounds like you really are very intentional about intentionable. Sure. I got to get those fixed. Sounds like you're very intentional on keeping one foot in the very traditional space.
Yes.
I certainly don't see a lot of people that reference Ray Price, among the up and coming artists.
Yes.
So is that correct? Is that a very intentional thing?
And it's very intentional. I was raised by my grandparents since I was 1. So I grew up listening to what I call the oldies but goodies. So Ray Price, Loretta Lynn, Patsy Cline, Tammy Wynette, George Jones. I got to open for Ray Price when I was 18 years old. And I have every intention of keeping traditional country music, even if because I have to go a little more modern, with what's going on in today. But I have every intention of bringing traditional country music back. So I mean, my two heroes right now are Lainey Wilson and Cody Johnson, and so I think my music fits in really well with them, and I'm going to continue to make that music. So yeah.
And for somebody that doesn't know, I asked this because he made such an impression on you.
Mm-hmm.
Most of your peers don't know who Ray Price is.
No.
So
yeah, that's very true.
So, how would you tell somebody, who Ray Price is, and then who was that to you?
Yeah. So in my eyes, Ray Price is, he was my male inspiration. Loretta Lynn was my female inspiration, but Ray Price was my male inspiration. And so for those people who don't know who Ray Price is, the best way to describe him, number one, he had the prettiest eyes I think I've ever seen in my entire life. When you meet him, just looking at him, but his voice, you could feel the soul and and how he wrote country music and how he could just sing what he feels.
Yeah.
That's what makes a real country song. And
Yeah,
I love him. I love his music. That man could sing up until the day that he died. We shared a birthday party together when I was 19 years old, and he was, I don't know how old he was, but it was amazing. Just, having those opportunities when I was that age, and I wish I could go back now and soak it in more, because now I was in the moment and was like, this is cool, and then now I'm, 33 years old, and I want to go back and be like, man, that was just a cool moment.
I always say I want to be in my 20s and the 70s because I love traditional country music, and I have 2 tracks out where I was like, okay, how do I respect traditional country music, but also bring it to a platform where something different is working?
Yes.
Because I'm like you, my favorite one was Loretta Lynn too, and Patsy Cline, of course. But I have a song called "Dear Loretta," and it thanks her for setting the stage for other artists.
Yeah,
to be able to do this, for other female artists to do this.
That's amazing.
Yes, I know. So I feel like we'll be friends.
No, we need to be friends. I need to get your number when we leave.
Yes, we should.
That's amazing.
I know.
Yes. Are you here in Nashville?
I am. Yeah. Yes.
Awesome.
Okay, and I don't want you to blow by this. You said this, and I'm like.
Sorry,
No, it's all good.
I had to.
You said you shared a birthday party.
I did
with Ray Price.
We can't pass.
So what does that mean?
That was amazing. So there was a lady that heard me sing at an event in Mineola, Texas. It was called Pause for the Cause. It was a Miranda Lambert benefit that she used to put on back in Mineola and Lindell area. And so I sang, and this lady heard me, and she was like, me and my husband help, young artists that are up and coming. And she paid for me to make an entire gospel album, and then help me, make some connections. And she was really good friends with Ray Price and his wife. And then David Stallings, there in Texas, has a lot to do with the Texas Country Music Association there in Carthage, Texas. And so we all got together, and I opened for him. And then a couple weeks later, we shared a birthday party at her house. And they had several of their close friends, and I got to sing a few songs. And
That's
just
so
how cool. Kind of be in a little intimate living room setting and getting to play a few songs for Ray Price.
Right. So do you have videos and pictures you look back at?
I do have videos, and I have a picture. It is quite embarrassing with the hairstyle that I had back then, but it's okay. I had bangs and a little chili bowl haircut. I'm glad I grew my hair out. But no, and then getting to share that experience with my grandparents. They raised me since I was 1, and they're 89 and 85 years old, and they still come to my shows. So my ultimate goal is to be on the Opry one day, so that my grandparents can sit in the front row or wherever and be like, this is our moment. Because that's what I've worked so hard for my whole life.
I feel like grandparents have a big impact on us. For me personally, my Nana was the one that was go for it. And, always encouraged me. I recently lost my other grandmother, who was at every show and in the front row, and I don't know, just something coming from them it's just different. It's a different support system or whatever. So are your grandparents musical, or how do you think they've impacted your career?
They cannot sing. My grandma says when she gets to heaven, she's going to be able to sing one day, but she cannot sing to save her life. I think my grandpa has an okay voice, but he's too shy. He won't get up there and sing, but they sure raised me right with the good old country music.
Yes,
so I'm super proud to be from where I am, because if it weren't for them, there's no telling. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to get into it, but a song that's on my upcoming album in June is called She Did. I had every intention of writing a song that was going to be just letting my feelings out for my biological mom. She was and still is a drug addict to this day, and my grandparents raised me, and I just thank God for them because I don't know where I'd be without them. But the song turned into a beautiful love story for my grandma. And that's our song. And when I got to show her it was going to be on my album, there's a whole video. It went viral on Facebook and TikTok. And so they were just so excited for it.
Of you telling them that?
I had a piece of paper that said, Merry Christmas. Your Christmas present is our song She Did gets to be on my upcoming album in June. And they're just crying. And she's like, are you serious? Like, she's so excited. Now I'm getting emotional.
Yeah. So sweet.
They are the sweetest.
Go
They're
grandparents.
Sweetest people.
I know.
Well, we certainly want everybody to be able to find that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And as well as everything that you've got out already.
Yes.
So let's make sure that they know how to find you and how to track everything down.
Yeah. So they can go to BillieJoJones.com. It's BillieJo Jones.com. You can find all my links to my music, my Instagram, my TikTok, my Facebook. I play shows every single weekend, either acoustic or full band. I'm trying really hard to get out of Texas more this year and play more full band stuff, and I'm succeeding at that, doing booking and stuff. So we'll see you on the road somewhere.
As long as you don't get stuck in traffic.
Yes. I'll drive myself.
All right. Billie Jo, thank you, hon.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank
fighting
you so
the fight
much.
to get here.
Thank you. So nice to meet you. Thank y'all.
Thank you. For more clips from CRS, click the top button. And if you're interested in full episodes of the McMahon on Keys podcast, including live performances with our guests, click the bottom button. Until next time, this is McMahon on Keys.